Honorable U.S. Consul General Sarah Korean Vice Consul, I'm sorry if I pronounce Kwek Yong-hee, Japanese Consul Komino Shinji, representative of the Commerce Department from Jinbu and Dalian, all my dear friends, partners, and associates. I'd like to thank you for taking time from this busy schedule that you have, and you're here to celebrate with us our 30th anniversary. If any of you, dear guests, would have the opportunity to come and visit us during the days that schools are off, you will see quite a little young children running around on this floor. These are the children of our staff. And recently our staff are bringing their older children who are now in early high school or college to do internship with us here at EPOC. I remember a few weeks ago, one of our employees, Ime, who's back there, she was sitting and having lunch with her son, who is doing internship here with us. I approached Ime and said, Ime, how old is your son now? She kind of thought for a second and said, you know, she's exactly the same age, he's exactly the same age as I was when I started at EPOC. The story of EPOC is very much intertwined with the story of all our staff on the past and present. It is the story of growth built on collective struggles and our aspirations in our life. In seeing all these young people, it reminded me of my college days. I had taken a course in college many years, and we had given a project. We were supposed to pick a company out of the stock market and then look at their stock value to see when it goes up, when it comes down, and then identify why it goes up and down. I remember during that time, a major corporation had laid off quite a large number of their employees. And our teacher was explaining to us why the stock value went up. She was showing how the cost reduction, the profitability, and us explaining to us the reason for the stock value going up. I remember sitting at my desk and thinking, okay, it has created a lot of uncertainty. It has created a lot of problems for these employees. And in the middle of this, the stock market of this company is going up. This is extremely interesting. When Ladan and I wanted to start this company, we looked around at that time how usually companies or organizations were set up. There were basically two thought processes that were going on, and I think today is still one that basically says progress and growth depends on relentless competition of individuals. And the other one that says individual growth and progress must be controlled, and wealth is inherently distasteful and immoral. So we thought about it, and we basically thought about what our belief system would dictate, that progress and growth must be based on two fundamental principles, one being material, one being spiritual. But we had no idea how to implement such a principle in an organization. So from that moment on, we began our learning process through a system of trial and error, trying to see how to set up a framework and an environment so people, individuals, ourselves can grow both materially and spiritually. At that point also, we could not imagine what a company like that would even look like. I had some vague idea, if you put your basis on material, what your decision-making process is. I learned that in college during my stock course. But what would a company look like when you throw in spiritual values such as compassion, generosity, justice in your day-to-day decision-making process? For example, how long do you allow a staff to stay home and take care of their sick parents or dependents and pay them fully their benefits and salaries? Should you lay off your staff when your work goes down? What do you do with a terminally sick employee? How long do you keep them on your payroll? How long do you continue to support them? These day-to-day decisions have financial implications for the company, but it also has fundamentally a moral and spiritual implication as an organization and for our own growth. As we have struggled in the last 30 years to make these decisions, and some of them I can say has been a struggling decision-making process, we have made great progress and we have made great strides. In the area of technology advancement, we have allowed space for our employees to grow. Today, we manufacture some of the most complex printed circuit boards in the region, supporting some of the world's largest corporations. To add to that, we have over 30 patents in our company, many of them related to design and development of sophisticated equipment. During COVID, London and I got stuck in the US for 7 months. There was not a single individual in this company that was at the helm of the organization. We basically in our organization have about 23 or so functional managers, each managing different departments. These managers, through collaboration and team effort, built on our spiritual values, they not only maintained the company, we had one of the most successful years in profitability and production that year. In the early days when we had started the company, we would encourage our staff to do community service work. Today, we do not have a company-structured community service work. Everything is employee-initiated. What is very heartwarming is to see on our WeChats that when parents are going to take care of the people in need, they're also taking their children along with them to these locations. It is not uncommon in our company that if a staff finds their neighbor or one of their family members in need of financial help, to come to the company and ask other staff for help, and they will all pitch in to help that member. Recently, what I have seen, which has been interesting, is we now see the parents of the children or of our staff getting involved in community service activity. Generally, the employees of EPOC see themselves as an extension of their country. We have come a long way in the past 30 years, but we still have a long way to go. We are in the midst of expanding our manufacturing facility in the United States, and we have just established our facility in India. Our next challenge is how do we create an environment that our global staff see each other as a member of one family and not people from different nations, and work and help to improve and grow each other. Thank you.
谢谢。